Hey y'all, welcome back. For those of you who missed the first video, my name is Michelle Gillespie and I get the awesome privilege of being the owner of Little Shrimp Mosaics in Fairhope, Alabama, down here on Mobile Bay. And I am gonna take what I know about creating mosaics and teach you guys. We're gonna have some tutorial videos. So in the first video, if you haven't seen it, go back and take a look. I just showed you the tools that I use to create my mosaics, and so I thought those would be helpful for you. Today we're gonna get started and I'm gonna show you how I just use basic frames, 4x6, 5x7, 8x10, whatever size. I'm actually working on an 11x14 right now, but we're gonna keep it simple. We're gonna start out with a 4x6 and I'm gonna show you how I put my frame together. Okay, so we have a basic 4x6 frame here with the back on. I'm gonna take the back off. Layer here, check all the pieces out, take the glass out, and I'm gonna use my liquid nails like I used for everything. And we're just gonna put I'm running out. I need to get more, squeeze it down. This is real life, people. Okay, and then you're gonna put a thin bead all the way around the inside, like this. Okay, just like that. Does not have to be neat. Mine is always messy. And then I'm just gonna take my piece of glass, press it down in there, just kind of squeeze it out a little bit because you wanna get that glue all over the inside of your glass like that, all around the inside of the line, just so you can keep it steady, and this will hold your glass in your frame. Now, you probably need to let that dry for at least a couple of hours. Usually I'll do it the night before I'm getting ready to get started. But with the magic of internet, just kidding, I had 2 frames just like that. So I've already got this one sealed and it's ready. See, I can push on it. Push, 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 and it's not coming out. Okay, so now we're gonna get our pattern ready and attach it to our frame. This is the pattern that I'm going to use. It is just this little pelican. Like I said, I live down here on Mobile Bay. We have a ton of pelicans, and this is just a basic shadow outline, and this is what we're gonna use. You can use any pattern you want. You can go online, go on Google. That's what I do. I get all my pictures or pictures that somebody has sent me. I'll use that, but this is the pattern that we're gonna use. So I don't know if you can maybe take a screenshot of that. I will try to attach it as well, but that's what we're gonna do. So then we're just gonna get another super fancy tool, Scotch tape. I'm just gonna attach it to the back of our frame. You just wanna get it lined up where it's, on there straight. And then I'm just gonna flip him over, tape him on. Super easy. Just like that. And now he's ready to go. Okay, and again, this is just a basic 2-color mosaic. That's all we're gonna start with. So I have my glass. You can use whatever color you want. Down here we have the most amazing sunsets. You can say that you do, but until you've come down here on Mobile Bay, you need to come see it. So we have beautiful orange skies. So I think that's what I am going to do. It's gonna be kind of hard to tell this orange, but it's a really pretty, it's got look at that. So I just need one little, probably about small strip like that. And so I'm gonna take my glass cutter, like I showed you guys the other day, and we're gonna run, let's see if you can see, we're gonna press it down and run one line all the way up to the top. Let's see if this will make the noise. This one's not making the noise either. Anyway, once you hear that noise, you're just gonna be hooked because it just makes the coolest noise. Okay, then I'm gonna take these nippers right here, line them up with the line that I just made, snap it just like that. Okay. All right, so I'm gonna put that one back here. And then we're gonna do the same thing with our white glass, but I have already got that piece ready to go. So this is one I was working on before. I'm just gonna dump this in there. And we're gonna start breaking our white glass. Okay, this is where you're gonna want this bad boy, your tile nippers. These are gonna be your favorite things right here. Okay, and then we're just gonna start breaking off I like to break pieces about that big to start with, and then you can break them down from there. And I'm really not gonna need many because this is just gonna be for the pelican. So let's just we'll do 3 to start with. Okay, so then you have 3 little pieces like this. And then I'm gonna take those and break those down even smaller. Okay, so we're gonna break these down just so you can see what I mean when I say break these down. This is my fingers. That's like, you know, how small. And then you may just wanna do some pieces like this, and then we'll go from there. Okay, now that I have a bunch of my pieces cut up, we're gonna take our liquid nails, and I just do a little section by little section because you don't want it to dry out before you get it all placed down. So we're gonna get our liquid nails, squeeze it out, and I'm just gonna do the post right now. So you don't wanna get it too gloppy because then it just gets way messy, but just put a thin coat down. Okay, let's go from there. So then I'm just gonna start taking pieces, and this is where it comes together like you're putting together a puzzle. You just wanna stay inside the lines and start placing pieces together. So for you guys who like putting puzzles together, you're gonna go nuts. Okay, so we're just gonna keep doing this until we get this whole thing filled up. Okay, so then we're gonna get to a point where we have some of these tiny little spaces that you wanna fill in, but the pieces that you cut a while ago are probably not gonna be small enough. So we're just gonna put a blob of glue right up here because we can get rid of that later. And then we're gonna take our pieces like this, and we're gonna cut them even smaller. And the beauty of this is that you can cut it into a triangle if that's what you need, or a straight line. Okay, so if you can see, I cut those down even smaller. Look at that, tiny. This is where your tweezers come in. So I'm just gonna take that, dip it in that glue a little bit, and just put that right there. Okay, so let's take this one. We're gonna do the same thing. Make sure it'll fit in there. Okay, and now that we've got that bottom section done, we're gonna come up here and do the exact same thing with the top. And you may have to get your glass and cut some little skinny pieces for the beak and for the leg. Okay, so we're kind of coming to the end here. We're gonna do these last pieces together. I've had to trim a few down just to make them fit like that one. And I should have told you, you guys really are supposed to be wearing gloves, but I have tried wearing gloves and doing this before, and my fingers just don't work. So just know, that you are working with glass, and you will probably cut your fingers if you don't use gloves. I poked my finger a while ago, and it bled a little, but that's okay, I'm used to it. So just a heads up. Okay, so I'm probably gonna take this and cut this to fit right there. You know how to do that now. If you hear my kids in the background, I apologize. This is real life. And I'm a homeschool mom, so there are usually always children running through my house. I'm just gonna trim that one off a little bit. Make it fit. And see, we used up that spot of glue right there. Oh, look how he's coming together. Love it. Kind of had a Bob Ross moment right there. Okay, so we just have that one more spot to fill in.
We're gonna go back inside.
And there's my kids yelling in the background. Like I said, people, real life. He totally forgot that I was making a video. So, oh, look how good that fits right there. You're gonna love that. You have a piece that just fits exactly like you want it to. Just like that. Okay, so we've got our pelican done. See, I told you I was a homeschool mom. See my map back there? Anyway, we have our pelican done, and I'm gonna leave it up to you to finish your background. So like I said, I'm gonna do orange. You can do whatever color you want. So finish your background. You know how to cut your pieces now. Come back to me next time. We're gonna see what the background looks like, and then I'm gonna show you guys how to grout it. And then we'll have to wait a little bit, and then we'll seal it and do all the back. So work on your background, and we'll see you next time.